Scott is working hard this Saturday. We are brush cutting the back portion of our woods, which backs up to another piece of property, which they just started building a home right behind us. And, you know, at first I was like not excited about a house being built behind us, but it's the opportunity to turn lemons into lemonade. And we're going to start a privacy hedge with different mixed evergreens, trees, shrubs, and all that fun stuff right all the way along the back end of our property, which is right here. So I've got Scott clearing all the brush right now. And next weekend we're going to go to Growers Outlet and we're going to pick out some really nice trees to plant back here to start our screening hedge. So I'm so excited about that. So I figured I'd show you guys what we have going on back here. He's already cleared this area nicely. We still have some things we need to clean up back in here, but I basically get to start a whole new garden back here. So that's really, really exciting. And it's gonna be kind of a just make it as I go. I don't really have like a garden plan drawn out or anything like that. I've thought about doing that. Problem is when I do that, it makes me want to get it like done all at once. And I get so impatient and wanting to do it all, and that's just not possible because this is a really big space back here and there's a lot to clean up. There's big piles of brush that we're gonna have to take care of, tons and tons of leaves, which we've already got a very small portion of bagged up. We got one of those leaf mulchers where you throw the leaves in and it turns it into fine mulch, and that way you can spread it all over your garden. So that's what we plan to do with all these leaves. Hey kitty, what is it, baby? Yeah, you're just so happy today. You're so lovable. You sweet thing. Oh my goodness, you're so sweet. But anyway, so this is just the starting point. So I'm really, really excited to show you the transformation process of all of this. So where Scott is, he's almost to the back, very back part of our property line. And when he's done with the machine, I'll walk back there and I'll show you a little bit more detail of what we have going on back there. So you can kind of see better of what we plan to do. And we have to measure out the space so we can see what kind of trees we want to put back there. And, you know, say if we want to put a cypress back there and it gets, you know, at maturity, it gets 15 to 20 feet. Well, obviously we want to be able to measure that out, right? And make sure that we're going to give it plenty of space to grow. Of course, at the same time, keeping in mind that there's not a ton of sun back here. There will be in this back corner where they had tore all the trees down for the house. But, you know, obviously on this side, there's not going to be as much sun as this side is. So it's going to be a really fun process. So just wanted to show you all what's going on. So, yeah, that's that. I'll show you another update once we get this whole area clear. Hey y'all, I'm on the back side of my property and I wanted to show you what we've got going on back here. They are building a house, and so things are changing big time back here. So I'm gonna turn the camera around so I can show you exactly what's going on. Look at that. It's a big old house going right there. This line you see right here is where our property line begins and theirs ends. So as you can see, what we're kind of working with here, the goal is right now, and you can see where it kind of extends, like where that white tape is. The goal is for now to plant some screen trees or evergreen trees to cover up this ugly dirt pile, and then all, cover, hide all of this. So just to start, because obviously buying trees can be very expensive, we're just gonna start off at the corner of our property, which is right here, and go 100 feet, which is basically where that white tag is right there. That's 100 feet. And I'm gonna plant a tree just about every 10 feet, so we can kind of start getting a screen going. So I'm looking at cypresses, magnolias. What else was I looking at? I forget what was on the growers outlet list right now. But I'd like to do a mix of different trees. That way it's not just one blah hedge, not all the same thing. Because I'd really like to make it look nice back here. And I mean, this area is huge. And it's all woodland right now. Scott just, as you saw earlier in the video, I'm going to tack this on after. But today is the next day. So I had forgotten to come out here to show you yesterday. But he had just cut all the brush down. Hi, kitty. And so it looks a whole lot better back here already, because you're not walking through all these little twigs and brush and things. So it's cleared up really nicely. So eventually, the goal is right now, again, just to start the screening hedge. So we'll start with that. So I'm going to do trees and some large shrubs, probably some viburnums, maybe some other native trees that get, really good size, like maybe a tea olive or something like that, to really help cover all of this, because it'd just be nice to screen it in, and really make like a cozy little garden back here. And then eventually, we'll start working in this area and really planting it out and making a woodland garden back here, which I'm super excited about. But that's going to be way down the line. I don't really know how far we'll actually get with it this year. We'll see. We shall see. But as you can see, here is a big clearing, and then we've got like a half moon circle of rocks right here, or excuse me, boulders. Really, they're big boulders. These boulders are what came out of the ground when they were digging for the pool, and they just popped them back here. We've also got a bunch of tree trunks back in here that we really need to clear out as well, that were cut down when the pool was put in. And then over here, we've got a huge pile of brush that needs to be, probably need to rent a chipper and just go through this pile of brush ourselves. So there's a whole lot of cleanup that we have to do back here before I even really consider starting on a garden. But, again, like I said, we'll get the screen going with really fast growing trees, and I'll just feel better about that. And then I'm also planning to buy several Incredible hydrangeas. That's the smooth hydrangea. And I'd really like to dot some in here and there. And I'd really like to put some back in this part of the woodland garden, and maybe even along this side as well. And here's one of our new arbors that we just got installed today. It's a little lopsided still, so we have some correcting to do on it. But I'd love to put Annabelle hydrangeas on each side of this. That would be so pretty. What are you doing, sweet girl? What are you doing? You are so spunky. I love it. You're just so full of spunk. Yeah. So I really love it here. Super beautiful. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna put on it yet. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a honeysuckle that doesn't go crazy. I don't know if it's got enough sun back here for a clematis. I'm not sure. So I have some thinking to do with this. But definitely would love to put some shrubs on each side to soften the look. And white with the green. Oh, that would be so beautiful. And Annabelle hydrangeas are very similar to Incredible. I think they get the, you know, the blooms start out green and then turn to white. So that would be really beautiful with this arbor here. So yeah, that's the thought process behind that. Everything is looking good here. It rained really, really hard all day a couple days ago. So everything is really nice and watered in. So I'm happy about that. I still have to move these pots and get some more autumn ferns. Actually, Growers Outlet has their autumn ferns 3 for $15, and they're 1 gallon plants, which is amazing. So I'm definitely going to be buying some of those when we go next weekend, which I'm definitely going to video that, because that's a super fun trip. And I don't want y'all to miss that. That's going to be very exciting. So here's how everything is looking. I've got tulips in these pots. No sign of them yet. It's been so cold. These are going to be pruned back. Ooh. These are going to be pruned back this week. So that's exciting. And everything is looking nice and clean around the pool area. I got these chairs pulled out. My mom and I were sunning ourselves yesterday back here. Still have to clean up the rows, the climbing rows, rambling rows, excuse me. I got to move those pieces over this way because they're hanging down kind of in the way when you walk over there. Here, the Edgeworthia is just about to bloom. There's a little bit of blooming going on. Aren't those beautiful? I love this shrub so much. It's gorgeous. I really need to cut it back, and I don't want to because it's going to mess up the shape of it. But I really need to cut that back because it's going to grow even more out into the pathway, and I don't want it getting too narrow in here. But I can bring those pretty branches inside and enjoy the blooms inside. So look at that. That looks like it's on fire right now with the sun on it. So pretty. In fact, I've been thinking, these are growing so close together now. I wonder if I should move this is how my thought process. I don't want to prune the shrubs, so I'll move the arbor instead. Most people would be like, we'll prune the shrubs so we don't have to move this, but I'm thinking like the opposite way. What in the world are you doing, princess? Are you having fun? Goodness. You sweet little girl. Okay, let's go back around to the front, and I want to show you the new arbor that's up front there. But y'all, I'm looking at this. Oh, I'm so excited for summer this year when they're full of beautiful white blooms. Oh, and this is kind of where I get my summer moon garden name from, because I love white hydrangeas so much. I love blue ones too, but there's something about the white paniculata hydrangeas that I just absolutely adore. And that's kind of where summer moon garden came from, because, you know, moon garden usually equates to white flowers. Okay. Still have these to plant. But here is the new arbor up front that I put next to Olivia, so I don't have to cut her back. I'm just gonna let her train all across the top of this beautiful arbor. And then actually I might be able to see how tall this rose is. I might actually be able to have that one loop over there as well. And then I did purchase one Kiri Te Kanawa? I can never say it right, I don't think. I did purchase one of those clematis to plant here in the corner so it can grow up over the arbor as well. Isn't that beautiful? The shape of it is really different. It's very Victorian in a way. And I just love it, like coming up the pathway to this beautiful arbor. It's gonna look beautiful in the spring and summer. I'm so excited. Now I just gotta get Olivia trained onto the top of it, which would be pretty easy. Olivia has been such a great rose for me. Out of all my David Austin roses, I think Olivia has always been the most reliable and the best. But Generous Gardener has been pretty good too. But Olivia still looks super full and healthy, so I'm happy about that. But I did dig up 2 rose bushes here that were not doing well. It was an Abraham Darby and a Variegata de Bologna. They were doing terribly. They were about half dead. So I dug them up. This one here is doing okay, but I don't know if I want to put something else there. I don't know. I kind of want to put a couple of Incredible hydrangeas here, but you know what? I could probably put one here because there's not really anything big here. And then I might be able to tuck one in there if I keep that, you know, cut back. This is what I do when I come out here. I start thinking, what can I put where? And I think that, you know, having those white blooms there will help draw you into the pathway a little bit more. And then you've got the blooms on that Hydrangea paniculata phantom back there that keep you kind of going. So yeah, I love this arbor here. It really, like, oh man, it needed to be here. Like, when I saw it there at the antique shop, I was like, I know exactly where to put that. I know exactly where it needs to go. You know how that is when you see something, you're like, yep, that would just complete the look. So I think that it really does that out here. Okay, it's getting really, really cold. My hands are freezing. I'm gonna show you this one side here that I'm planning to redo. And then I'm going inside because I'm freezing cold. Oh, I really need to fill the bird feeder back up. It's empty. All right, so this area, it's gotten a little scrubby. I'm going to dig all these up, probably transplant them elsewhere in the garden. And then this tree here is a ginkgo. It's never really fit in very well into the scheme I have going here. I think what I don't like about it being here is so stick straight, and then my Japanese maple is very vase shaped with beautiful arching branches, and I just don't like how they look next to each other. They don't really mesh well. So what I'm planning to do is we're gonna dig up the ginkgo, put it in the backyard somewhere. I don't know where yet. I'll figure it out. And when we go to Growers Outlet, I'm probably going to get a magnolia tree to go there. That's what I'm thinking. That's the plan for right now. Will that actually happen? I don't know. Because I also want to plant some roses up here. I got 3 roses from David Austin Roses. They are Eustacia Vi, and I absolutely love the color. So I was thinking about somehow planting the roses with the magnolia, but then also wanting to dot in some either Hydrangea paniculata or the Incredible hydrangeas. I'm not sure which yet, because I really want it to look full in here. And right now there's kind of like a bit of an empty spot back in there, and I know a lot of it has to do with the tree roots from these big trees. They just kind of sap up all the energy of everything in the ground. So I'm going to do my best by putting in a lot of good dirt around the new plants and seeing if it, you know, sticks. See if they bloom well. Did you find a mouse? Please get it. Those darn mice or voles. So this is my grouping of Munstead wood, which they have not done very well at all, which I attribute to voles because one of them is really loose in the ground, and the other 2 just aren't like really performing like they used to. So what I plan to do is dig those up, salvage what I can, grow them on in pots, And then when I'm planting 3 new Cordis roses in here, which the name is Bliss Parfuma, which is a light pink rose, which is really beautiful. But when I plant those suckers, I am like putting pepper flakes in the ground to try and keep these voles away, because every time I plant something here, they've been eating it. I used to have, I don't know if y'all remember, here I used to have those Queen of Sweden roses, which did beautifully, but then voles got to them. So I am definitely going to be putting stuff in the ground to try and deter them from eating the roots. So that's the plan with that. So yeah, that's what's going on back here. I'll probably end up moving that barrel too, because I could probably put a hydrangea there and it would probably do pretty well if I could, enrich the soil a little bit more. So, and those augers really do help, because it helps to clear out all the tree roots in the area that you're planting. So I think it really helps with that problem as well. So, and here I've got some echinacea and some daylilies. So I think that the daylilies that were here might have died. I'm not sure, but there's probably a little bit of planting space right there for something. And then I need to clean all this brush out as well too. But yeah, so that's the plan for right here, I'm thinking. So I'm gonna go inside now. It is freezing cold. Hey y'all, it's the next day and I just wanted to add on a little clip to let you know that last night I was thinking about it and I decided to go ahead and order a couple of Madame Alfred Carrier roses to put on that green arbor. I thought that that would look really beautiful with the white Incredible hydrangeas, because the Alfred Carrier roses, when they bloom, they're sort of a blush, a very delicate blush pink, and then they fade to white. So I thought that would be really beautiful. And in my experience, Alfred Carrier does very well in the shade. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot, because I've got one Alfred Carrier rose in part shade, and it does very, very well. So I thought, hey, that would be a good combination. So we're gonna give that a try. And so I just wanted to add on this little clip so you guys know that is what's going on that beautiful arbor back there. I can't wait to get started with all of this. I did some pruning today, pruned some hydrangeas, pruned some roses, cleaned up in the garden a little bit. It's a disaster right now because, winter. So there's a lot of cleanup to do, but I'm excited to get everything going and get some new things planted and really start shaping out the beds a little bit more in the shadier areas. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And there's more videos coming to you. I've got another succulent video I'm getting ready to work on where I'm just planting succulents. That's all I'm doing, and just talking a little bit. So if you like succulents, that'd be a good video to watch. I'll kind of show you how you can plant those in a container. And it's kind of just one of those like relaxing, laid back videos that you just leave on and enjoy. So that's my thought process behind that. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day and I will see you in the next video. Bye.